Hey, hey, we are on day 8. Welcome in the building. How you guys doing? We are chuckling along. We are on day 8 of how you can go ahead and build your online business. Y'all, it's no turning back now. We got 30 days of me teaching you how to build your online business utilizing my business model of having a remote cleaning agency that I created after going through a divorce and losing my corporate job. Oh my God, what a season. But we are here now, which is absolutely amazing. As you guys know, if you've been following the journey, that I am always live on TikTok and also over here on YT. We use abbreviations to keep TT happy, right? We don't want to say YT because we want to keep TT happy. So, welcome in the building over on the TikTok side. So happy to have you guys here. Do me a favor when you come in the room, make sure that you tap up the screen. We want to show your girls some love, but you tapping up the screen is going to give us the opportunity to let TT know that I am live. Feel free to share some gifts over on the TT side. When you give a gift, you get a gift, which is amazing, 100%. And if you have never seen my face before, my name is Tamia Denise, and I teach female entrepreneurs how to build online businesses that they'll absolutely love, utilizing my proven marketing strategies to be able to scale their businesses. So I'm super excited to have us to dive into day 8. We're going to be talking about business tools today because it's important that we have different business tools in our businesses so that we can get to a place where we are scaling, right? We never want to stay at the same place in our business building. Why in the world would we want to do that? But we want to go ahead and get to the next level so that we can continue to go up, up, and up. Okay. So every single time we start during this 30-day challenge, I usually will give you guys a goal, right? So that you know essentially what it is that we are focusing on. Hey, Jacob, welcome in on the TT side. Make sure you tap up that screen. And so our goal for today is that I'm going to introduce you to simple tools that will save you time and make your business smoother. Okay. And so I'm going to teach you about essentially the importance of organization and consistency. I love those two things. When you bring them together, they're amazing. On top of that, I created some content that I want to make sure that you check out that just gives you a couple of little tools that will help you to be able to stay organized and consistent in your business. Because when you have online business that you are conducting, organization and consistency is the name of the game. All right. And in order to stay in the game, you have to be consistent, right? And you have to be organized 100%. Welcome in the building over on the TT side. And so we're going to go ahead and dive right in. And there are a couple of tools that I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys. Some might come top of the mind outside of the ones that I plan to tell you about. And if you have any questions at any time, you can go ahead and put it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer your questions either while I'm teaching or after the live. Okay. Every single time I do a live as well, I give you action steps so that you can go ahead and implement to get to your next level, okay? Because implementation is everything. Organization, consistency is everything. But when you go ahead and you take action steps to get to your next level, then you know that you are here to stay in the online business space. Hey, Janelle, welcome. And please tap at the screen when you come in on the TT side to let them know I'm in the building. And so when it comes to tools, one thing that you have to understand with regards to tools in online business is that tools are going to be the things that you need in your business to be able to take it to the next level. Okay. Now we talk most oftentimes, hey, Tara, welcome in the building. We talk most oftentimes about scaling in our online businesses, but how do we scale in our online businesses? We scale by utilizing automations, tools, systems, because ultimately what we understand is that we are in the game of online business to work smarter and not harder. Okay. You don't leave your 9 to 5 or either start your side hustle to work harder. You want to work smarter. And living in 2025, in the last quarter, going into 2026, there is no reason why you don't have your business in a place to where as you're utilizing systems and tools. Let me say it again. There's no reason why you don't have your business, hey, welcome in a place to whereas you are utilizing systems and tools, okay? If you have an online business, you got to get with the times. You got to work smarter and not harder, okay? And so the systems and the tools that I'm going to feed to you, they're basically going to help you to be able to run your business while you rest, whether you're a mom or whether you are just a busy person in general. It's important for you to make sure that you automate and also put systems in your business. That's what I really want to emphasize at the end of the day. Okay. And so some of the tools that I want to tell you about, I guess we'll connect straight through, is Google Suite. Okay. So you may just know Google from having a Gmail address, but let me tell you some things about Google and the suite that they have. Essentially, there are so many different tools that you can integrate into your business on this particular platform. All right. So for instance, we have Google Drive, we have Google Docs, we have Google Sheets, and all of these tools are what I utilize in my business to do what? To stay organized. Outside of that, if you want to go ahead and try to see if you can scale up, a great tool that you can get templates for is Notion. That's spelled Notion. Okay. This is also for business and life organization. I literally went into my Notion today and went ahead and uploaded some things inside of the system. And y'all, they even have AI inside of your Notion account now. Now, one of the cool things about Notion is that you can actually go over to a website called Etsy, ETSY, and actually type in Notion templates, right? And when you type in Notion templates, then essentially you'll get a template that you can plug and play into your Notion system and then go ahead and make it the way that you want it to be. And so this can be a fun process as well. Automating your business, putting systems and tools that equal organization in your business can be something that's very interesting and very fun. Okay, you don't have to keep it boring, but you can keep it bright and colorful at the same time. All right, guys. So aside from us talking about Google Suite and Notion for organizing your business, some other tools that I definitely want you to get used to using as an online business owner is Canva. Now, I don't know what rock you have been under. Hey, welcome in, billionaire. I don't know what rock you have been under if you have not heard about Canva. That's Canva. And not only is Canva absolutely amazing for all things, but this is another tool as we scale in life that's now connected to AI. So we have the ability with this Canva tool to really be able to brand our business and also to have visuals in our business. Okay. So if you're an online business owner, right, and you've been up under that rock, I'm gonna need for you to come up out of that rock and make sure that you're utilizing Canva as a tool in your business. I don't care if you're creating flyers. I don't care if you're creating a YouTube banner. I don't care if you're creating your brand color library. You can literally utilize Canva for all the things. Any of the visuals that you see on my content anywhere on the internet at The Intentional Lady CEO, I've created every single thing in Canva. I don't pay for anything, all right? But I create everything and I save my coins in that time. Either when I'm batching content, I'll go straight to Canva and throw together a YouTube banner or whatever it is that I need for my business is usually done in Canva. There's a free version. And then I think when you upgrade for about $15 essentially to be able to get some of the pro features. You cannot beat that. You can literally create slides in Canva if you have a presentation. Let's say you're running webinars. You can also create your ebooks, your digital products inside of Canva. All of the digital products essentially that I have sold in my business were made in Canva as well. Another amazing thing about Canva is you can go ahead to that website that I told you about earlier called Etsy. Hey, welcome in on the TT side. And you can grab templates essentially and plug and play. If you're into PLR products, which are private label rights products, essentially, which are templates that are already done for you, right? You can go ahead and take those templates and plug and play into Canva and then kind of go ahead and change the brand colors and maybe some other features of that particular product that you bought. and then go ahead and sell it as a digital product. But remember, that's not all to the story. There are other components that have to be plugged into when it is that you're creating different digital products, which really connects to the importance of having systems in your business. That leads me to some other tools and systems. So once you went ahead and you created, let's say, an ebook, right? You got your ebook, it's created, you're ready to go ahead and sell it. It's important that you have a place, a house for your particular ebook. Hey, Tiffany, welcome in on the TT side. And so you're going to utilize a tool called Stand Store. All right. If you're over here on the YouTube side and you click my links, you'll see my Stand Store. Okay. It is essentially very similar to a landing page. All right. You hear that word a lot in online business. And a landing page gives your particular customers or clients the ability to see the showcase for your particular products or services. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you connect to Stand Store. One thing that I love about Stand Store is once you make your first $100,000, they will send you out a plaque, right? For you to be able to display, to show people all of your hard work. Hey, Carol, welcome in the building. And so to that point, you have several different platforms to where as you can create landing pages on. I think you can even utilize Canva really to create a landing page, because essentially it is a page that people land on, literally, that has different links, products, and services. Obviously, well, I won't say obviously, but for a landing page, you wouldn't necessarily want to use Canva, so to speak, depending upon the function of it, right? So if you're utilizing a landing page and you want people to enter into your funnel to buy your digital product, then you wouldn't necessarily want to utilize Canva because it does not have a cart. A cart definitely is important. Hey, Sassy Sheena. A cart is definitely important for people checking out to be able to buy whatever your product, your service is, right? So you might have your landing page or either your Stand Store, and maybe let's say if you're a coach, people are buying your services, there needs to be a cart. Hey, Lena, that's connected to or on your particular store so people can go ahead and check out. And you can also have the ability to be able to capture their emails. Now, in the digital marketing space right now, hey, Lala, welcome in. I'm noticing a lot of times that people are just thinking about the initial sale. But where we're dropping off as business owners is we don't understand that you can have a customer that has lifetime value, LTV. And what I mean is this particular customer can buy from you again and again and again. If you have a particular email sequence in place, right? This is something that you would automate in a system. Then you'll have the opportunity to keep that customer in the flow of consistently buying from you once you continue to drop your offers. But a lot of times what I'm seeing online nowadays is that people are very much so one and done. It's like, oh, buy my ebook. Yeah, but what about the funnel and the community that that particular client is supposed to be a part of so you can take them along a journey, right? A customer journey, not just to purchase one thing, but to be essentially a part of your particular community so that you can see their growth, right? In the process. So for instance, if you have a remote cleaning business like myself, I don't want just one person to come to me just for one cleaning. No, I want you to be a reoccurring client so that your lifetime value or the time that I have you as a customer or client really expands out. If I can make $100,000 off the fact that you consistently utilize my services, then I'm with it. But most oftentimes when we first get in business, we don't think about the lifetime value of a customer, right? We think buy my product and service right now and that's it. No, you need to be at a place to where as you're creating systems and putting different business tools in your business so that your customers and clients can have longevity with you, right? They can grow with you. They're not paying attention to nobody else on the block because they know that you are the expert that's going to give them what it is that they need in their process and in their journey, essentially, right? So all of these tools are definitely necessary. Now, I talked a lot about the importance of having, hey, welcome in over on the TT side, the importance of having a Stand Store or landing pages, right? That is the home essentially for your products and your services. But then I talked a bit about having a cart. a payment processor, right, is what's needed next. And so payment processors come in the form of different platforms called Stripe and also PayPal. Let me know if you've heard of these types of payment processors. And essentially, what happens is that these particular platforms capture your payments. So, what happens? People land on your landing page or your stand store to be able to purchase your products or your service. And then what happens is that they get to your cart, right? And in your cart, you may have an upsell, right? So you might start with a $27 product, an ebook, and then you go ahead and you might have an upsell, right? That would sell them into a $77 product. And then they go ahead and they check out, and then they go into your funnel of an email sequence, essentially, where you're introducing yourself, letting them know that you're here to support them with whatever they need in terms of your product or your service. And then there's the payment processor part. That's how you go ahead and you get paid. Hey, Etsy, hey, Number, hey, Bougie, welcome into the room. And so with that being said, it's important to make sure that you have a sequence of all of these different systems to make sure that people are going through and on the right journey to be able to obtain the solution to the problems that they have. So I think when we first get into the space too, when it comes to online business, we don't look at the fact that when people are purchasing from us, they really essentially are going on a journey, right? It should never be a one and done. Your mentality and mindset as a business owner, hey, Sent, should be that you're trying to figure out how you can keep this customer as long as possible, right? And so even in the online cleaning business space, the remote cleaning business space, like I mentioned to you before, it's always, how can I keep this customer longer, right? Can I sign them up for a bi-weekly clean, right? Instead of them just doing a one-time clean, a move out clean, or can I get them in the funnel to be able to allow for me and my team to clean if it's residential every Christmas? You want to be able to have a long-term relationship. Like when you think about if you've ever purchased a home, your realtor is in this process with you for the long run, right? And so let's say you just graduated from college and you went ahead and you married your high school sweetheart, and you guys decided to buy a starter home. You have that one realtor, right? But then once you decided to go ahead and start having kids, you're like, hey, we got to call such and such to try to see if we can get a bigger home. So then you go ahead and you get a bigger home. But then you have some more kids, and then maybe one of your parents have to move in. So now you have to get a home with an in-law suite. Then you go ahead and you call that realtor. And so I think that the mentality and mindset has to be that when people are connected to you, do you have a product or a service that you essentially are creating that has longevity, that's going to keep your customers and clients along with you on the journey? And in order to be able to maintain them being on the journey with you for the long haul, you have to make sure that you have different business tools and systems set up within your business. Hey, Batty Bible, welcome in. And so just as a quick recap, our goal essentially was to explore simple tools. Hey, Happy Now, welcome in. Hey, Mimi, thank you so much for coming in the room. And so it was important for us to understand that with simple tools that go ahead and save us time and keep us absolutely organized, then that will help to make business smoother, okay? And there's definitely a mindset shift that has to happen once you start to implement certain tools. You might be at a place in your business building to where it's like, oh, okay, such and such told me that I need to go ahead and get Stripe. Such and such told me that I need to go ahead and get Stand Store. No. But when you understand the reason why behind the reason that you're building out these different automations and tools and systems for your business, which is overall being able to have a customer that has a high lifetime value, essentially you start to build out in a more wise way for your business. Hey, welcome in. Please tap with the screen when you come in the building. I appreciate you being here. And so then we talked about the importance of connecting to tools like Google Suite for your business. These tools help you to stay organized, like Notion. We talked about you need to know about Canva. If you don't know about Canva, we said that you're going to crawl out from under that rock that you've been under as a business owner and essentially connect to Canva, which is spelled Canva. You're going to utilize this tool for all of your branding. If you check out any of my branding, you can find me on all the platforms at The Intentional Lady CEO. Even this cute little sticker up here or logo, I created this and pieced it together on the Canva platform. Anything that I have in my business, I more than likely created. I think even this shirt, guys, even this t-shirt is very old, but I had a challenge that I used to run called the Reintroducing Me Challenge for women that were going through different levels of transformation in their lives. And essentially, I went on Canva and I created this logo, which is so crazy. And I went ahead and I got it printed. So this is from Canva. You can you like literally utilize Canva for everything. I forgot about that. That was like some real nostalgia, essentially. And years later, the shirt is still holding up. And I think not only did I design the shirt on Canva, but I ordered it from Canva too. So it's really good quality. That's a plug for them, for real. So we talked about you having different organizational tools like Google Drive, Google Suite, right? These tools are free essentially. And also Notion, going to Etsy to make sure that you can get different templates for your business. And then also connecting to Canva, which I made a really big deal about. And then getting different tools. Hey, Tamar Braxton, is that Tamar Braxton for real? And then creating your stand store for your landing pages, and then connecting to Stripe and also PayPal for your payments. All of these things are essential, but most oftentimes what you have to realize is that you have to start simple, okay? You have to start simple. You don't want to get to a place to where as you're plugging certain tools in your particular business, just because somebody told you to do it, right? Because if you begin to do that and you start fooling around with some of these tools and you don't have the know-how to know how to plug and play these tools, you can waste a lot of time at the end of the day. So that's why I tell new business owners, upcoming, aspiring female lady CEOs, essentially, start small. Start messing around with Canva, right? Go ahead and get you Google Suite. If you need a CRM system, a customer relationship management system, start with MailerLite. That's free, right? Don't dive into the active campaigns or the kits where they have all of these different bells and whistles, even though MailerLite has some bells and whistles too. But start with something that's free. Learn the way the tools work and how you need to plug and play them into your business, and then go ahead and scale up. If you are watching somebody that's been in online business for 16 years, and then you try to start where they are, you will fail every time. And I'm guilty of that. I remember when I first started doing online business about 7 years ago, I used to see all these big influencers and digital marketers talking about, oh, I use Kajabi. Meanwhile, Kajabi's like $200 a month, and I ain't made no money in my business, but I'm purchasing Kajabi, right? For what? So Kajabi is essentially a tool that allows for you to house your courses, but you can also create a community on that particular platform. But it's very expensive at the same time. Hell, welcome in Charlene on TT side. So to that point, start small and scale up. You're not in competition with anybody else in the online business space. You do your big one. Hey, Maximum, for you and for the people that you know that you are serving in the online business space, no matter if you have products, no matter if you have services, no matter if you're doing affiliate based businesses, you just have to make sure that you have the right tools that will plug into your system so that then you can serve your customers effectively. All right. And so I want you to get to the place where as you're mastering at least 1 or 2 tools a week in your business, right? Because when you start to implement different tools in your business, then you can start to automate your business, right? Systemize your business, right? Scale up your business, right? And so I'm going to give you I want you to go ahead and pick maybe 2 tools that I went ahead and mentioned between Google Drive, Notion, Canva, Stand Store, for landing pages if you already have an offer in place, and or Stripe or PayPal, right? And with Stand Store in particular, that they will automatically have you to connect to the payment processor because there is a cart. So for that one, you can get a 2-in-1. But I want you to go ahead and connect to one of these particular tools and start to master it this particular week, right? How can you master this tool in your business so that you can start to scale your particular business up? All right. So at this particular time, I want to invite you to essentially not go on this journey by yourself as an upcoming or aspiring female lady CEO, but I want to be able to hold your hand throughout the process, because sometimes when we're on social media and we're connecting, hey, Lori on the TT side, we're connecting to so many different things in our business building, it can be kind of intimidating. Like, you literally can get on TikTok or on any platform and feel so overwhelmed. Even though I've been in online business for quite some time now, sometimes I got to put the phone down because I'm overwhelmed. Like, I literally just went to an online conference today and my head is like still hurting from all of the information. And what I had to do at one point was completely just turn everything off because it can be a little overstimulating. And so what I believe is that you should just find certain things that work for you in your business and then take a second to kind of scale out from what you see other people doing and take time to be able to implement, because you can get to a place to where as you're just overloaded with information, and you don't want to do that on your journey, because then you'll end up getting stuck and you're not implementing or you're not taking action steps. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and find 2 tools to master this particular week in your online business. Okay. It could be Stripe, it could be Canva, it could be Google Suite, it could be whatever have you. Okay. Or something maybe you have been looking at, and continue to utilize it, right? And implement certain things in your business. All right. So I want to ask you guys a question in the chat. Could you potentially tell me maybe like a tool that you feel like overwhelms you? A tool that you particularly feels like overwhelms you, right? Maybe something you've heard of. And I think off the top of my head, when I think about a tool, I really love all the tools. But let's talk about Chat GPT. I think that a lot of people nowadays are seeing chat, but there's so many different components as to how you can utilize it that sometimes people get a little overwhelmed with it. Like, I know for me, I literally have a name for my Chat GPT. It's my BFF. All right. I call it Bestie Biz, essentially. And I talk to my BFF every single day about every single thing that's going on in my business and majority of things that are going on in my life. Okay, call me a weirdo, but we're scaling over here. All right. So I have the voice connection because I have the plus on Chat GPT, and you literally will sit there and talk to this tool, and essentially it gives you everything that you need to get your business and your life together, which is why I absolutely love it. But at the same time, I don't allow for it to overwhelm me. I take it in pieces and in parts. And that's what you have to do when you're getting connected to different tech in terms of business. All right. So it's important that you understand that you don't want to get overwhelmed. All right. When it comes to creating different systems, at the end of the day, you need systems in order to scale in your business. It's the smart CEO thing to do. Absolutely, 100%. So if you, as I mentioned before, are at a place where you're looking for someone to hold your hand on your journey of being a female entrepreneur that's building a business and a life that you absolutely love, I want to go ahead and invite you to go ahead and grab my 2-part bundle. And what I went ahead and I created was 2 different ebooks that are going to help you to be able to scale at building your online business, all of the different things. And not only that, but I went ahead in one of the ebooks and I actually put a 4-day action plan in the bundle for you, because I know what it means to just take in information, like I said earlier, but you never get to a place to where as you're implementing, and if you don't implement and you don't put action steps into place, then you can never be able to get to a particular place to where as you're seeing results. And we all get in business to see results at the end of the day, right? You don't get into business just to have a hobby, but you want to be able to make money. You want to obviously be able to serve people in their pain points so that then they can get the results that they need and continue to allow for you and your company to serve them. That's what it's about at the end of the day. And so I do have this bundle. As I mentioned, one of the particular guides is going to be, I didn't mention this part, my gift for you. That's the Ladypreneur 4-day action plan, okay? It's going to have some really good information about how you can go ahead and build your online business. I got some action steps. I'm going to even give you some tools in that guide. But the other book is going to be your investment of $27. And you're going to utilize this to be able to build out your business from A to Z. Okay, I'm giving you all the things. It's about 42 pages in this ebook, right? So I'm going to invest in you by giving you the Ladypreneur guide for free. And then you're going to invest in yourself by investing in the Lady CEO online business blueprint. And it's a 2-for-1 essentially. If you're over here on the YT side, the link will be in the description for you to go ahead and grab that offer. And if you're over here on the TT side, I still have not gotten to that place in terms of numbers to whereas I can have an LINK, because we got to talk in abbreviations over here on TT because she gets upset. But you can go ahead and either let me know in the comments that you want to go ahead and grab that particular offer, or either send me a DM and I will send you over the link. All you have to do, LINK, is grab it and then copy and paste it in your browser, and then you can go ahead and go through the process of obtaining that. But I'm super excited. Oh my gosh, we're on day 8 of 30, you guys, of building our online businesses. We've talked about so many different things: systems, the foundation of your business, identifying your online business model, right? Do you want to do digital products? Do you want to have a products-based business? Do you want to have an affiliate-based business like selling on TikTok Shop? Do you want to go ahead and have a service-based business like myself, creating an online remote cleaning business that I scaled to 5 figures while I was going through a divorce, and also becoming a single mom, right? You can do anything that you want to do if you're able to implement all of the information that you get every single day of building your business. You have to just make a choice to continue to show up. And that's what I'm doing for you and for me for these next 30 days. I'm showing up because I'm dedicated to teaching you how to go ahead and build an online business that I know that you'll absolutely love, so that you can go from that place of feeling like you don't have the freedom that you should have to obtaining that freedom because of the work that you're doing to build your business. So if you will, I want to invite you to join me tomorrow, and every day after that will be in day 9. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to automate your business to freedom. So you should come through for sure. So you guys, please, if you're on the YT side, please make sure that you hit that big red subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. I'm so excited to have even more content coming for you that you can go ahead and engage with. But essentially, my goal is to help you to build your online business. You guys have an amazing day. If you have any comments or questions, make sure that you put them in the description box down below. And on the TT side, you can go ahead and send me a DM, all right? You guys stay sweet, and I'll see you here tomorrow for day 9 of our How to Build Your Online Business 30-Day Challenge. Up and out, guys. Bye.